I don't know just where I'm going. But I'm gonna try. I'm going to try for the kingdom if I can, 'cause it makes me feel like I'm a man when I put a spike into my vein. Then things aren't quite the same when I'm rushing on my run, and I feel like Jesus' son. And I guess I just don't know, and I guess that I just don't know. I have made very big decision. I'm gonna try to nullify my life, 'cause when the blood begins to flow, when it shoots up the dropper's neck, when I'm closing in on death, you can't help me, not you guys. All you girls with all your sweet pretty talk, you can all go take a walk. And I guess I just don't know, I guess that I just don't know. I wish that I was born 1,000 years ago. I wish that I'd sailed the darkened seas on a great big clipper ship, going from this land here to that. I'd put on a sailor suit and a cap. Away from the big city, where a man cannot be free of all the evils in this town, and himself and those around. And I guess that I just don't know, I guess that I just don't know. Heroin be the death of me. Heroin, it's my wife and it's my life, because of Mina to my vein. Leads to a center in my head. And then I'm better off than dead, because when the smack begins to flow, I really don't care anymore about all you Jims in this town. And everybody putting everybody else down. And all the dead bodies piled up in mounds. And all the politicians making crazy sound. But while that heroin is in my blood, and that blood is in my head, oh baby, thank God that good is dead. Thank God I'm not aware. And thank God I just don't care. And I guess that I just don't know. And I guess that I just don't know.
Can you remember when you first met Lou Reed, what sort of impression he made on you and what it was about him that attracted you?
He seemed extremely vulnerable. And with a very visceral sense of claiming his identity. In that it seemed like his identity was really clear when attacking things. And not that there was an ingrained hostility to everything on earth, but I guess that's a common trait in many people, that the best way to define themselves is to really attack. And this unnerving and psychologically disturbing persona was struggling to have an artistic expression that was being stifled by this confusion between his surroundings and himself. And this description could very well apply to myself as well. And I couldn't really say that trying to find a role in classical music that really had anything to do with the outside world was certainly not clear in my mind. And I was using improvisation as a way of finding a footing in my own personality. So words were not something that I was really adept with, although I loved all sorts of English language experimentation. And Lou was very adept at spontaneously erupting into elegant forms of prose and poetry.
We end up like this, together. Very strong. And it's kind of fun, because everybody's like, I want my own dressing room, Then when everybody gets their own dressing room, and then everybody goes into this one little dressing room. It's actually fun.
Pop was never our goal.
Usually Maureen's is the smallest.
And we had a firm hand in our rejection in the marketplace. Maybe by accident we are often in a sort of art camp, or in a place where serious music might be. Jimi Hendrix once expressed disbelief to us that we weren't bigger than we were. And said, well, how can we? You know, we're not in the radio. You have an unfair advantage. They play your records.